this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. To return, here's Agnew. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw is Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 11 at the 41. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. So that one will be accepted. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 38. First carry now for David Montgomery. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over.
So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34.
At the 5-yard line.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
On the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Bears' 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. They run out of the gun with Swift. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Complete to
a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
The game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
At the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, Swift. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Stafford. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
Fourth down.
On fourth down, the Lions trot out their new punter for 2020, Jack Fox. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over.
Take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. Here's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. To return, here's Agnew. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Eddie Goldman on the tackle, a huge man, hard to move out of the way. He's in his 6th year with the Bears out of Florida State.
Now Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. first down. Here's the run with Montgomery. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and 1 from the 2.
Second and a yard at the 2-yard line.
Trubisky leads with Montgomery on the draw. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bears 21, Lions 7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Credit the tackle for loss to Robert Quinn.
Back at the 42.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, Swift. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
A gain of a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
4th down.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And We've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Trubisky. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he'll go out near mid. Field at the 49.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go play action with Trubisky. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half. What do you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Stafford. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Jack Fox now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At the 41-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up
4th down.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they can put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Operating from the gun. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The Lion ball carrier.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Swift, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
An 8-yard pickup.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's got this down to the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. The 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
5-yard line.
The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
And 8.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through three quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Toss play, Cohen, right side. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
At the 16-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On third down, it's Patterson. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears.
Field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Hey, come on now, come on now. Hey, ball. Mike, 51, Mike.
Now Trubisky. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down now, Swift gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Complete to DeAndre.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Brought him down. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Lions' 27-yard line.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 22. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
At the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. This is Cohen on the toss. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Stafford gets it quickly to Galladay. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Second and 10, Stafford again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It brings up
one last throw here for Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bears, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few